Hello, it's Ellie Diecast, and I've got Andrew here, and we also have Star. The cat is very excited about our new video racer, and we're going to go ahead and open up the box, and we will show you what's inside. Before we open up the box, we'll take a look at it real quick. The video racer is this car, kind of long for a Hot Wheels car. It says it's got an LCD screen on it. If we turn it over, it looks like there's a screen there. Also, on the box, you can see we actually got it on sale. I think these went for about $50 originally. They're on sale now at Toys R Us, and they're also on yellow clearance, which I think was 20% off or 30% off of that too. We got this for $20, so whatever that equals. You can see there, you can even put it on your bicycle and ride around with it and use it like a real camera. It's got action cam, micro camera car. That's about all on that side. And then on the back, you can pause this and read it if you want. But it says it's a mini action cam. You can get creative. It's supposed to come with some software. We'll take a look at that and see if it really works. Download free editing software. This video racer system includes one camera, a protective case, USB cable, mounting bracket and adhesive strips, and a strap, it looks like. That kid's very excited about it. We've got Andrew here, so we're going to get a kid's opinion. Also, this is 60 frames per second, so it's not going to give us anything super high quality, I'm guessing. And if I have to guess, I bet the speed of this thing going down the track is going to have a lot to do with how good the video is. So we're going to go ahead and build a track, and we'll be right back and open up the box. Okay, we're back. You can see that we have set up a very quick track. We actually had another track already set up there, so we just built right through it. We threw down some toys just so we had some visual reference. We're going to be using a gravity loop here. So it's going to drop probably about 3 feet, and then, I don't have the room I'm used to here. And then it's going to shoot along that track. One turn. Star is doing a safety check down there. Oh, that's Sophia. Doing a safety check, and then it will end up right back over here. So we've tested it out on a few Hot Wheels, and the track it gets the cars all the way around. They don't go particularly fast. On it. All right, we'll go ahead and open up the box here. See what we've got inside. There's really not a lot in the box here. See, that's the box itself. It's just a cardboard covering. And we've got some of that crazy plastic stuff. So I'm going to be right back. Otherwise, you're just going to see me cutting plastic for the next minute. Okay, and we're back, and actually I don't need scissors. They have provided me with this kind of cool little, where is it here? This little perforated edge, and it just kind of rips out. That's pretty nice. Need to do that more. There we go. So we'll take a look at the car, since that's the trickier part to get out. Here's the car. And take it out of its little plastic housing here. There we go. And that's the car. If I have a regular sized Hot Wheel, which I thought I had here. There we go. Here's a regular size Hot Wheel. You can see the car's a little bit longer. This car is probably not going through any loops anytime soon. They've tried to kind of carve out some of the back and the front. It might kind of clunk through a loop, but you can see this car is going to be much better at that. It's much smaller. So that is the car. Let's see what else is in the box here. We have a user manual. We'll take a little bit more in-depth look at that in a second. We get a case, and I think the car is going to end up going in that case for safekeeping. It's kind of like a USB case. If you're wondering, I'm pretty sure this car is basically a USB stick on wheels. USB cable comes with it. And then it looks like we've got some attachment things. We've got a strip of Velcro here, probably to strap it onto your arm or something if you want to do that. And there we go. We've got some other attachments, and I'm not quite sure what we're going to do with those. I'm assuming the car fits into that, and then that Velcro strap will go through there. And then there's these two guys, which I can't, there we go, get out. And we've got two more here. And some sort of adhesive. This looks like foam adhesive. So if you want to strap the camera up in some other way. And that's about it. It's a big box. Not much else in there. So, okay, we will be back in a second and we'll take a look at the instructions. Okay, we've opened up the car. It's actually upstairs charging right now. The USB cable plugs into a computer and charges it, so it's charging. But in the meantime, we'll take a quick look at the manual. You can see here's all the contents of the car. And again, you can pause that if that's something that you're interested in. We just went over those. The other part that I wanted to focus on was the technical specifications on this. And if we look at that top, you'll see that its memory capacity is 512 megabytes. So it's not going to hold a lot of video. And if you do any video editing, you'll see that it's 320 by 240. So, I can't do the math fast enough to figure out about how many frames that is. But you're not going to get a lot of video at 320, 240 at either 30 or 60 frames per second on a 512 USB stick, essentially. So you're going to want to move these videos onto a computer or delete them pretty quickly. So you can see video capacity approximately 12 minutes, and that's going to be in standard mode, 25 minutes at high speed mode. And we'll find out if that actually works or not. The other specs are there if you want to see how this little camera lines up with other similar cameras. It's basically a low-end web camera if you look at the specs there. So if you're familiar with that, that'll help you out. Okay, we will look at the rest of this in a second. One thing I did want to mention, the car does record audio, but it won't be playing the audio back through the car with playback. So it does record audio, and supposedly we'll see that when we get it over to the PC. All right, we'll be back with the car in just a second. Okay, we'll take a look at the car real quick and how this works. The car itself has a soft clear button here on the top and a power button, if I can find it here, that will slide on. I've charged this up and it took approximately an hour to charge out of the box, so I'm assuming that it will take a little bit longer. You'll see when it's fully charged it turns green. That means it's ready to go. So on the bottom here, if I can get a good shot of it, we've got a screen, a very tiny LCD screen, and two buttons. And these buttons are slightly different than what the package showed, I noticed, but they're in the same spot. The arrow button here, if I was to click this button, it would play back any video that I had, minus the sound. This has no sound attached to it, but it will record sound. Over here is the settings button, and the settings button has one feature, and that is that it has a track inside option and a little mountains picture, and that's the outside option. And so you can then choose between the two there, and that is your frame rate. And they recommend that indoors you use the 60 frames per second and outdoors you use 30 frames per second. So we'll see. I would expect in low light that the lower frames per second will work better. In just a second, my cat is eating the track back here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to get this guy ready to go. And all we do to start it is we flip it over. We hit this button. It's going to turn red. And then we're going to record a few shots on the track here. So we'll be right back. So all in all, the video racer is pretty cool. My son Andrew had some trouble figuring out the buttons on the bottom, and he could get it to play back, but he got a little bit confused as far as what was playing and what wasn't. He really thought that when it's green, it was recording, and when it was red, it wasn't. So kind of a stop-go type of thing, which I can see that. But with a little bit of parents' help, it worked out just fine. The software, after we edited everything, the software was something that my son, he's 7, probably would not be able to handle by himself. That would take a little bit more help. The software is free. It downloaded and installed on my PC just fine. And all in all, the software was fine, but the videos will also import into Premiere or probably any other video editing software if you use that, and it'll work just as good. So all in all, a pretty cool toy. Not sure I'd pay 60, 50, 60 bucks for it, but for 20 bucks, if you can get it at Toys R Us right now, or I haven't seen it anywhere else but Toys R Us, but if you can get it for 20 bucks, it's a pretty cool toy. Okay, that's it for now, and thanks for watching. We'll see you later. Bye.